Good evening. This is All India Radio, and I am Nishit Kumar with the news at 9. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says India has solution to challenges in every sphere, be it peace, unity, sensitivity towards environment or sustainable development. In his Mann Ki Baat program on All India Radio, the Prime Minister says the G20 theme, One Earth, One Family, One Future, shows India's commitment to Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. Electioneering at its peak for the first phase of assembly polls in Gujarat, veteran leaders of political parties are touring the state to woo the voters. Government invites ideas and suggestions from people for the next year's union budget. In FIFA World Cup, Costa Rica beat Japan 1-0 and Morocco outplay Belgium 2-0. And in cricket, the second ODI between India and New Zealand in Hamilton called off due to rain. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today shared his thoughts with the people in the country and abroad in his Mann Ki Baat program on All India Radio. He said India's upcoming G20 presidency is a big opportunity to focus on global good and welfare of the world. Mr. Modi said this becomes even more special as India was awarded this responsibility during Amrit Kal. He said India has solutions to challenges in every sphere, be it peace or unity, sensitivity towards environment or sustainable development. He added that the theme India has given, One Earth, One Family, One Future, shows the country's commitment to Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam.
G20 की अध्यक्षता हमारे लिए एक बड़ी अपॉर्चुनिटी बनकर आई है. हमें इस मौके का पूरा उपयोग करते हुए ग्लोबल गुड, विश्व कल्याण पर फोकस करना है. चाहे पीस हो या यूनिटी, पर्यावरण को लेकर संवेदनशीलता की बात हो या फिर सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट की. भारत के पास इनसे जुड़ी चुनौतियों का समाधान है. हमने वन अर्थ, वन फैमिली, वन फ्यूचर की जो थीम दी है, उससे वसुधैव कुटुंबकम के लिए हमारी प्रतिबद्धता जाहिर होती है.
Mr. Modi stated that during India's G20 presidency, many programs related to G20 will be organized in different parts of the country in the coming days. He expressed the confidence that people will showcase the diverse and distinctive colors of their culture to the world. The Prime Minister also urged schools, colleges and universities to create opportunities for discussions, debates and competitions related to G20. Mr. Modi said the whole country had witnessed history being made in the space sector on the 18th of this month when India sent the first rocket Vikram-S designed and prepared by its private sector into space. He said its development cost is much less than the cost incurred by other countries involved in space missions. Mr. Modi informed that India is sharing its success in the space sector with its neighboring countries as well. Speaking about the innovations related to technology, Mr. Modi said India is moving fast in the field of drones. He highlighted that a few days ago, apples were transported through drones in Kinnaur district of Himachal Pradesh.
ड्रोन के क्षेत्र में भी भारत तेजी से आगे बढ़ रहा है. कुछ दिनों पहले हमने देखा कि कैसे हिमाचल प्रदेश के किन्नौर में ड्रोन्स के जरिए सेब ट्रांसपोर्ट किए गए. इतनी बर्फबारी में किन्नौर का हफ्तों तक राज्य के बाकी हिस्से से संपर्क बहुत मुश्किल हो जाता है. ऐसे में ड्रोन टेक्नोलॉजी से हिमाचल के स्वादिष्ट किन्नौरी सेब लोगों तक और जल्दी पहुंचने लगेंगे.
The Prime Minister also sought to create awareness about muscular dystrophy, which remains a big challenge for medical science. He talked about Manav Mandir, a center at Solan in Himachal Pradesh devoted to serve patients of muscular dystrophy.
मस्कुलर डिस्ट्रॉफी ये मुख्य रूप से एक ऐसी आनुवंशिक बीमारी है जो किसी भी उम्र में हो सकती है. ऐसे मरीजों के उपचार और देखभाल के लिए बड़े सेवाभाव की जरूरत होती है. हिमाचल प्रदेश में सोलन में एक ऐसा सेंटर है. इस सेंटर का नाम है मानव मंदिर. इसे इंडियन एसोसिएशन ऑफ मस्कुलर डिस्ट्रॉफी द्वारा संचालित किया जा रहा है.
Mr. Modi expressed happiness that the export of musical instruments from India has increased 3.5 times in the last 8 years. Mr. Modi termed it fortunate that India has such a rich heritage of music, dance and art. In poll-bound Gujarat, electioneering has reached the peak as only 2 days are left for campaigning for the first phase of assembly elections. Leaders from all political parties are engaged in public rallies and door-to-door campaigns to woo the voters. Senior BJP leaders, including Prime Minister Narendra Modi, held election rallies at several places today. Mr. Modi held rallies at Netrang and Kheda. He said the BJP government in Gujarat has provided quality education to increase job opportunities. Mr. Modi said some parties are using appeasement politics as shortcut to power. Talking about terrorism, the Prime Minister said it cannot be wiped out till the vote bank politics continues. He alleged Gujarat had been the victim of terrorism for a long time and the Congress government at the centre did not do anything.
जहां हम गुजरात में आतंकियों को पकड़ते थे, उन पर कार्रवाई करते थे, लेकिन साथियों कोई भूल नहीं सकता कि कैसे तब दिल्ली में बैठी कांग्रेस सरकार आतंकियों को छुड़ाने में अपनी पूरी ताकत लगा देती थी। हम कहते रहे कि आतंक को टारगेट करो, लेकिन कांग्रेस की सरकार आतंक को नहीं, मोदी को टारगेट करने में लगी रही।
Mr. Modi is also scheduled to address a public meeting in Surat. Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge and senior leader Ashok Gehlot addressed a public meeting at Dadipada this afternoon. Aam Aadmi Party National Convener Arvind Kejriwal held a roadshow in Surat. We have more from our correspondent.
Referring to various schemes of the central and state government, Mr. Modi said that the BJP has paid special attention to the all-round development of every section. On the other hand, Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge said in his meetings that even after 27 years of BJP's rule in Gujarat, many problems could not be solved. AAP convener Arvind Kejriwal said that if his party comes to the power, the problems of government employees will be solved immediately. With Aparna Khoot from Ahmedabad, Jitendra Dwivedi, AIR News, Junagadh.
Campaigning for elections of the Delhi Municipal Corporation MCD is in full swing. Various political parties including the BJP, Aam Aadmi Party and Congress are campaigning in various parts of the city in favour of their party candidates. 250 wards of the MCD will go to polls on the 4th of December and the counting of votes will take place on the 7th. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates around the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts. Welcome back. The government has invited ideas and suggestions from people for the Union Budget 2023 and 24. The Finance Ministry calls for suggestions from citizens every year to make the budget-making process participative and inclusive. The ministry has urged people to share their ideas and suggestions that can help transform India into a global economic powerhouse with inclusive growth. The last date for submissions is the 10th of next month. The Ministry of Textiles will give away Shilp Guru and national awards to master craftspersons for 2017, 2018 and 2019 in New Delhi tomorrow. Vice President Jagdeep Dhankar will be the chief guest of the ceremony. Textiles Minister Piyush Goyal will preside over the function. Due to pandemic, the awards for the last 3 years are being conferred together. President of Egypt Abdel Fattah al-Sisi will be the chief guest at Republic Day celebrations on the 26th of January next year. This is the first time that President of Egypt will be the chief guest at India's Republic Day. External Affairs Ministry said India and Egypt enjoy warm and friendly relations based on civilizational and deep-rooted people-to-people ties. The both countries are celebrating the 75th anniversary of establishment of diplomatic relations this year. Egypt has been invited as a guest country during India's presidency of the G20 in 2022-23. Bihar Chief Minister Nitish Kumar today launched the Har Ghar Ganga Jal project in Rajgir. It is a unique and ambitious initiative to provide Ganga water on tap in the parched areas of the state. The scheme will help to harvest the excess water of the Ganga during the monsoon season. The water will be stored in reservoirs in Rajgir and Gaya before being channeled to 3 treatment and purification plants from where it will be supplied to the public. Har Ghar Ganga Jal is part of Bihar government's Jal Jeevan Haryali scheme. The bilateral training exercise Ostra Hind 22 between contingents of the Indian Army and the Australian Army is scheduled to take place at Mahajan Field Firing Ranges, Rajasthan from tomorrow till the 11th of December 2022. This is the first exercise in series of Ostra Hind with participation of all arms and services contingent from both the armies. Exercise Ostra Hind will be an yearly event that will be conducted alternatively in India and Australia. China's daily new COVID cases set another record for the fourth straight day amid fast-spreading protests against the government's strict COVID measures in many cities. China's National Health Commission announced nearly 40,000 new infections till date. Our Beijing correspondent reports hundreds of young people looking like students and workers gathered in Chaoyang district where all the embassies are located. They are continuing with the protest which has already gripped many cities and universities across China. Heavy police presence with reinforcement have been reported. The water transport workers across Bangladesh started an indefinite strike from midnight last night in support of the 10-point charter of demands, including fixing of the minimum wages at 20,000 taka. The strike has affected the unloading of containers at the outer anchorage at Chattogram port and the bank of Karnafuli River. The 53rd International Film Festival of India, IFFI, in Goa will come to a close tomorrow. The closing ceremony will be held at Dr. Shyama Prasad Mukherjee Stadium near Panaji in the evening. Union Information and Broadcasting Minister Anurag Singh Thakur, Minister of State for Information and Broadcasting Dr. L. Murugan, and Goa Chief Minister Pramod Sawant will be present on the occasion. A number of awards including the Best Film, Best Director, Best Actor, Male and Female and Special Jury Award will be presented at the closing ceremony. Telugu superstar Chiranjeevi will be given the Indian Film Personality of the Year award. Polish film Perfect Number, directed by Krzysztof Zanussi, is the closing film of IFFI this year. The second ODI between India and New Zealand was called off due to rain at Seddon Park in Hamilton today. India were 89 for the loss of one wicket in the 13th over when play was stopped for the second time due to rain. Surya Kumar Yadav and Shubman Gill were rebuilding the innings after Shikhar Dhawan lost his wicket in the 6th over. Earlier, New Zealand captain Kane Williamson won the toss and opted to bowl. New Zealand won the first ODI by 7 wickets to gain a 1-0 lead in the series. The third ODI will be played on Wednesday at Hagley Oval in Christchurch. In the FIFA Football World Cup 2022, Morocco stunned number 2 ranked team Belgium with a sensational 2-0 victory in their second Group F match at Qatar. Abdelhamid Sabiri and Zakaria Abu Khal scored a goal each to keep Moroccan team's round of 16 hopes alive. Earlier today, Costa Rica defeated Japan 1-0 in a Group E match at Ahmed bin Ali Stadium. In the first half, none of the teams could score a goal. Keisher Fuller scored the first goal of the match in the 81st minute to put his side in the driver's seat. With this win, Costa Rica have climbed to the third place in Group E above Germany, while Spain occupied the top spot and Japan are second. In their opening games, Japan stunned Germany 2-1, while Costa Rica received a 7-0 defeat from Spain. Croatia and Canada will clash later tonight in a Group F match at 9:30 p.m. in the late night encounter, as high-flying Spain will take on Germany at the Al Bayat Stadium in Al Khor, Qatar. In boxing, reigning Asian champion Ravina has won a gold in her final bout as India ended the youth men's women's world championships with 11 medals in La Nucia, Spain. India was a dominant force at the event as the 25-member team bagged 11 medals including 4 gold, 3 silver and 4 bronze. In our bilingual live phone-in program, Public Speak at 9:30 p.m. tomorrow, we will bring you a live discussion with Director of the National Health Authority, Kiran Gopal Vaska, on various topics concerning the Ayushman Bharat Digital Mission and Ayushman Bharat Health Account. Listeners can ask questions regarding Ayushman Bharat Health Account on telephone numbers 011-2371-7106 and 011-2331-4444. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says India has solution to challenges in every sphere, be it peace, unity, sensitivity towards environment or sustainable development. In his Mann Ki Baat program on All India Radio, the Prime Minister says the G20 theme on One Earth, One Family, One Future shows India's commitment to Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. Electioneering at its peak for the first phase of assembly polls in Gujarat, veteran leaders of political parties are touring the state to woo the voters. Government invites ideas and suggestions from people for the next year's union budget. In FIFA World Cup, Costa Rica beat Japan 1-0 and Morocco outplayed Belgium 2-0. And in cricket, the second ODI between India and New Zealand in Hamilton called off due to rain. And that's all in the news at 9. Good night.